canvas. Gather round, lads and lasses, gather round. You've been shanghaied aboard for the last cruise of the Crimson Pirate. A long, long time ago in the far, far Caribbean. Remember, in a pirate ship, in pirate waters, in a pirate world.
Don't you ever talk that way to me. Pig, Pollock, disgusting, vulgar, greasy. Those kind of words have been on your tongue, and your sister's tongue is too much around here. Who do you think you are, a pair of queens?
Are you a man or what? Trying to chip and double-cross with no guts for it. What's inside of you? What's keeping you alive?
Shall I use the fire God gave me to burn incense all day long? No, thank you. Struggle to insinuate my name into the columns of the Gazette? Calculate, scheme, be afraid, love more to make a visit than a poem, seek introductions, favors, influences? No, thank you. No, I thank you, and again, I thank you.
You're doing fine, Sergeant. My husband's off somewhere, and it's raining outside, and we're both drinking now. You probably only got one thing wrong. The lady herself. The lady's not what she seems. She's a washout, if you know what I mean.
Your friendship with Margot. Your deep, close friendship. What would happen to it, do you think, if she knew the cheap trick you'd played on her for my benefit? You and Lloyd. How long, even in the theater, before people forgot what happened and trusted you again?
One cannot expect to acquire overnight what others have learned only by years of endeavor. For instance, the double 1, 2, 3. The bind triplet. The feint disengagement, coupe. The feint disengagement, triplet, and...
Oh, wonderful. And ham for the morning is just wonderful. Eggs with it. Oh, nothing like eggs with it in the morning. And a muffin. That is very nourishing. Bacon, wonderful. All wonderful. Fine. How about just one more for the road? One more.
I'm happy. I get everything I want. 2 mink coats, everything. If there's something I want, I ask. If you don't act friendly. I don't act friendly.
Uh-huh.
So, as long as I know how to get what I want, that's all I want to know.
I took my car to have it serviced today. Happened to mention the trouble I had with it. So the mechanic looked at the distributor. He said it hasn't been touched in months. My car didn't start the other night because you did something to it. Why? Can't think of a fast answer?
Oh, my name's Canary, Miss Adams. Most folks call me Calamity. Come all the way from Deadwood City to see you and try to talk you into going back with me. Gosh almighty. You're the prettiest thing I ever seen. Never knowed a woman could look like that.
Oh, Gaston, that's beautiful. Oh, that's simply beautiful. Oh, what a color. Only the most beautiful emeralds contain that miracle of elusive blue. Oh, Gaston, what taste you have. If I may say so, much better than your taste in clothes.
Shakes are gone. Just because of a piece of music. Till they played that piece, I forgot how I got into this thing. Keep on playing it, I don't think I'll ever forget again. Chance? Give me another shot at it. Stomach can take the bottle away.
The warmth is not transferable, I assure you. Only in its aroma. And as for the women of Gaul, well, their hair is like the frazzled ends of rope. Not a soft, red gold crown with stars in it. And their palm was the hide of a wild boar.
Hey, look, all the other animals around here are being fed. May I ask what time we get ours? You may not hear it among the other noises, but I'm beginning to rumble. How continental. Oh, come here, darling. Oh, you're such a nice little baby. Come on over. Come on. Come on, little baby. Oh, you're nice.
I feel just great. My adrenaline glands are pumping beautifully. Boo! If I may say so before retiring, you gentlemen date back 100,000 years. You ought to be wearing leopard skins and carrying clubs. Politics? Business. What is so masculine about a conversation that a woman can't enter into it?
You call that murder? Well, I see murder too, not written on those drowned faces out there, but on the faces of dead thousands. They are the assassins, the dealers in death. I am the avenger. Is murder a right reserved for that hate?
But are we? No. Definitely no. Positively no. Decidedly no. Short people have long faces, and long people have short faces. Big people have little humor, and little people have no humor at all.
And in the words of that immortal bard, Samuel J. Snodgrass, as he was about to be led to the guillotine.
There has been a battle at Waterloo, and now Napoleon is barricaded at Malmaison and wants to fight to the death at the gates of Paris. There will be more killing and more blood. Napoleon must be stopped. Jean said it long ago. Someone must stop him, somewhere.
He's got them in his pockets. He must have. Darn it. Of course, he wouldn't bother to hide them as long as he thinks we're buying his act. Well, there's only one thing to do. Listen, order dinner for 3 in our cabin and get some drinks. I'll have him there in about 10 minutes. If we can't empty his pockets between us, we're not worthy of the name woman.
Once the door is locked, there's no way out. The windows have bars that a jail would be proud of, and the only door to the outside locks like a vault. There's no electricity, no phone, no one within miles, so no way to call for help.
I should darn well think they would protest, arresting people that way. Disgraceful. Ah, Miss Marina, won't you have some champagne? Oh, I don't know you, Grand Ducal. You really think I ought? Well, maybe just a sip. Maybe just up to...
This book deals with epiphenomenalism, which has to do with consciousness as a mere accessory of physiological processes whose presence or absence makes no difference. Whatever are you doing?
All right, hold it.
You're afraid, but you don't really know the reason why. You think it's his robe that made you ill. But it's your own conscience, your own decent shame. Even when you crucified him, you felt it. The spell isn't in his robe, it's in you, your heart and your mind. Face it, Marcellus. Don't be afraid of him.
I may be ragged, but I'm intelligent. I'm handsome, and I can read. Well, you're quite right, Master. I'm a poor servant, but then you're a poor physician. You deserve no better. I shall obey your orders. You may beat me within reason, and in return I shall steal from you. Also within reason.
Oh, then you admit... Before you came, Inspector, he was trying to persuade me to go to the police with the most fantastic story you ever heard. Apparently, I bribed Swan to murder my wife so that, correct me if I go wrong, Mark, so that I could inherit all her money. And that isn't all. You remember Mr. Halliday's letter?
Well, about a year ago, I was going to night school. I was taking this course in advanced accounting. One of the guys in our department, Mr. Jersey, had to go to a banquet at the Biltmore. His wife was beating him in tatty. He needed some place to change into a tuxedo, so I gave him the key. And word must have gotten out, because the next thing I knew, all sorts of guys are suddenly going to banquets.
I need to go out to dinner tomorrow night, and I sure would enjoy seeing a friendly face across the table. I'll be stopping by about 7:30. Man, you done did a terrible thing to me. You made me glad I ain't in Texas. We got all kinds of natural resources back home, but we ain't got nothing like that. Am I gonna see you tonight?
Eventually, the professor and his Washington colleagues approached me with a few sordid details about Philip. And they told me that my relationship with him made me uniquely valuable to them.
Mm-hmm. So you became a Girl Scout, huh?
Maybe it was the first time anyone ever asked me to do anything worthwhile.
And if I refuse your generosity? You dog! My ancestors sat upon the throne of a great country when yours still crawled on the hands and knees, feeding on roots and insects. This is my answer. Hold on!
Thought a lot about you, too, while I was up there. Seemed like I couldn't get you off of my mind. Ellie, when you're in love. When you're really in love. Sometimes a junkie will kill to get away from the treatment. Understand? So if you got any knives or scissors in the house, you gotta put them away for a while. And don't let me out of the room. No matter what I say or promise or how much I beg.